Well, Grace, thank you so much for joining us today. So this is your third time here at Rep Stage, and we're so happy to have you back. And
happy to be here.
Two of the roles that you've done here, including Florence with Souvenir, have been characters based on real-life people from history. And I was just curious, as an actor, how is the approach different as opposed to a fictional character?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of fun when it's a real person because there are so many sources that you can go to, especially if they're have been written about. When, of course, Florence Foster Jenkins was has been written about.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of little tidbits to sort of piece together and think about, and hints of personality and how they might have spoken. And when you're imagining a character out of whole cloth, a lot of it comes from your imagination.
Right.
But in this case, there's some real
Right.
tangible things to look at.
Right. And what's interesting about this play is that it's kind of both, right? Because the playwright calls it a Fantasia. He's taken
Right.
some things that we know are fact about her, other things that are fantasies of his, and everything else seems to live kind of in between.
Yeah,
so
right.
It seems like you're getting to do both.
A bit of both, and there are many layers to that as well, because I think she sort of fictionalized her own life in some ways.
Right.
Elevated certain things, had stories that she told a lot that seemed to have a grain of truth, but then were kind of boosted a little bit, and then so there's I mean, her own life was kind of a Fantasia, so
Yeah.
it's like a Fantasia within a Fantasia
Fantasia within a
Fantasia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our work, of course, is super collaborative, and
Yeah.
some of our collaborators are the design team. As an actress, what kind of gets you going in the sense of, particularly where we are in this stage, with costume fittings happening and the sets going up, and we're getting new things day by day. How does that as an actor affect you as you move through your process?
Well, I had a moment earlier this week when we had a wig fitting, and I hadn't seen the wig before. The wig designer's done just such a beautiful, beautiful job with it. I just put it on, and there's a sort of a sense that you're taking a step further into this other person. And
Right.
so that was a huge moment. Today I had a fitting for the costumes, and it just kept coming. It was just one fabulous piece after another.
Right.
And of course, Florence loved costumes. She loved
Right.
dressing up, and
So again, it's like a Fantasia and a Fantasia.
A Fantasia and a Fantasia.
Yeah. In your career, particularly as of late, you seem to be doing a lot of new play development and new play workshops,
Yeah.
certainly with All She Must Possess here, but with a lot of your other work recently around the region. Can you talk about the difference between attacking a play that exists and has a performance history as opposed to something new?
Well, I mean, a new play is so exciting because you're putting it on its feet for the very first time. Nobody's ever seen it. Nobody really knows. It's an experiment. Nobody
Right.
really knows how it's going to go.
Right.
I mean, in every production of every play, you don't really know how it's going to go. But I'm just a big fan of workshopping a new piece and watching the writer come in with a new draft of a scene that's been
Right.
talked about. Hammering through the stuff that doesn't quite
Right.
work. Another thing I love about new work is that people are having conversations about what we're having conversations about in the whole, in the world.
Right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.